and it ain't no crack. And it really don't matter if you're white or black. I wanna take you there like the Staples singers. Put something in the tank and I know that I can bring it. If you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. We on a mission.
Sports fans out there in the track and field tubosphere, welcome to One Man Sports Rant Gen 3.0. I am your host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. We're talking NCAA championships, the final collegiate event of the year for the school year. Probably graduated today, so this is all going on over the weekend in beautiful Eugene, Oregon. Alright, so you see from our Pi Kappa Alpha sweethearts, U of U chapter, Alpha Tau, give you props. Although they look more like Tri-Lambda, Lambda, 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 but there is no Tri-Lambda at the U of U. We're highlighting the beauty of the African American woman because they won all the events except for the one event that we covered, both men and women's, was a gal from Colorado making Colorado look good. Thank you. This football sort of like it's back on the channel. We covered that a little bit ago. College Football Live. News about Colorado football. We hid all the gear away. You know, we played a little Colorado here at the OMSR, but haven't been able to bleed it in a while. Anywho, so it's like that. The African American women kicked butt. A couple key signature events in particular. Alright, so just so you know, we have to do a show, especially with regard to the NCAA. They've become fanatical. This was so much easier 3 years ago. So there has to be an amalgamation, minimal use, derivatives, and no money exchange in hands. It's all covered in what's called Fair Use Standard, the DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And I've been preaching this since Gen 1. It's all y'all out there, and still here we are in Gen 3.0. 3 years later, this will be our third go-around with college football coming up this September. Fourth go-around with college basketball. So, yeah, we know what we're talking about. It's not my first choice to have to do this for you, but please save the comments for the actual sporting event we're able to bring in. It's way better than 30 seconds. On that note, this show is copyright the OMSR. Brief video highlights courtesy to the NCAA and all the respective universities taking part in the outdoor track and field championships. The OMSR does not own these video highlights, does own all the original content. The overall concept herein thereof, therefore, most rights reserved. I'm out of paper props, and I got no other props. Well, we got the track and field. Got my Adidas football cleats. It covers field. Alright. So I broke this down into 7 parts, but there's 2 to 3 events, sometimes only 1. But you'll know based on the title where you're at, you know, because of the aforementioned DMCA, we have to do it like this. So I'm doing a show where the NCAA can't go crying to their mother about, yeah, he's taking stuff away from us, you know. Suddenly they care about this event. They would flag it. But, so like the qualifying rounds for the schools to get to this point, no. There's no NCAA in sight. Good ship Sports Clip Lollipop has sailed on YouTube, and in its place is anchored the ship of hypocrisy. Yeah, I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. You see, from our oracle to the sports god, Kim Pock, he's 23 and 4. I'm not sure when I'm going to have time to ask him a question, because this is, again, this is the baseline show. If you want to come back and see the other events, it's mostly track, no field, I do believe. A lot of cool first going on, especially on the women's side. Worth watching. So, yeah, get the show, highlights after, closing musical intro. Alright, thanks for watching. No silly DUIs while you're out there celebrating the finals. Everything else, got my tracking gear going on. Later days and more signature plays.
University of Kansas, and so when you get a good group of coaches like that together, you're going to have some success.
Time now for the women's 200 meters. Dawn Sewell setting the collegiate record and the meet record 24 years ago. The first lady of collegiate sprinting, KIMBERLYN Duncan, going for under 15, the 2012 Bowerman Award winner to the Heisman Trophy of track and field. She won it last year. She's up for it this year.
She came to LSU without confidence before the season started. Her freshman year, called home and said, "Mom, I want to come home. I don't think I can compete at this top level." Mom said, "Don't come home. The coaches have faith in you." And she's a 4-time NCAA champion, trying for her 5th. and this woman may step in the way. Oriole Scott, one of two great sprinters they have at the University of Central Florida under Coach Carol Smith Gilbert. And this is Paris Daniels looking to score some important points for Kansas, the only individual athlete for Kansas in today's women's finals.
You can see KIMBERLYN Duncan in the middle of the track in the dark LSU uniform. She's already made up the stagger on Paris Daniels, but outside her, Oriole Scott is giving her a race out in lane 6. It's KIMBERLYN Duncan, but she's not finished yet. Now she's pulling away. Duncan will win her third consecutive 200-meter title.
22.05 seconds. 0.04 has been rounded to sensational stuff. That is easily the best in the world, Dwight, by over 1/4 of a second.
But there's too much wind, 3.5 meters per second. That would have tied the collegiate and meet record set 24 years ago, but too much wind. She doesn't care. As you look at Paris Daniels running the turn, Kansas counting on her to score here. There comes KIMBERLYN Duncan.
Out. She torches the first 100 meters, does Duncan, of this 200-meter race. That's the way she ran indoors, outdoors. Her coach, Dennis Shaver, has her doing that, and she just really runs well. This is the last meet she will be in for LSU. If she graduates, she could be a great professional on the international scene for the United States.
And completely unmentioned, Camaria Brown of Texas A&M getting second. Important points for the Lady Aggies. Oriole Scott of Central Florida getting third, and the champion is downstairs.
And Dwight, wondering what she was thinking as you took the blocks in your final competition as a collegiate athlete for LSU. You're not a lady of many words, but just give us a sense of what it means to you.
Just trying. I just try not to cry. It means a lot to have been here and had this opportunity. I'm thankful, I'm blessed. I'm just happy to have had the opportunity.
You know, we talked about the fact that when you got to LSU, you wanted to go home. You called your mom crying. You think back now to that phone call and now standing here as many times an All-American, a national champion, and surely onto the world stage. What does this last 4 years mean to you?
It means a lot. Like I said, I'm blessed to have the opportunity. I'm glad that the coaches stuck with me because I know it was hard freshman year. I'm glad I have the family support that I do to make me stay.
Not one tear, KIMBERLYN? Not one?
Probably later. Probably. I am sad, though, that it's over with now, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
We'll see you on the world stage.
Thank you.
All right, one of the class acts. Dwight?
Lewis, that's the first time a male or female has won 3 consecutive titles in the NCAA 200 meters. Incredible career at LSU.